What have we learned about the health of the consumer now that we have more retailers under our belt?
We've learned that it's still good, but it may not be quite as strong as it was. We've learned that they all think they have a job, so they feel pretty good about spending, but they've loaded up their credit cards, so they're getting to that point where that could be a problem. We know they've drawn down their savings, but they haven't gotten to the bottom of the barrel yet. So far, the consumer is fine, like the old joke. The guy falling by the 7th floor hasn't hit the ground yet and says, so far, so good. We're kind of there with the consumer. If we don't start seeing some changes in interest rates, in my opinion, we will start to see cracks in the consumer, and we'll start to see cracks in commercial real estate. But we haven't seen those real cracks yet. We've just seen a little bit of slowing by the consumer and a little bit of trade down.
Why? Because where's the consumer feeling it? It's not in mortgages. Nobody's taken out a mortgage. Is it in credit card loans, auto loans? Is that where the pain is?
Well,
on high rates?
Macy's had higher bad debt this time. They talked about it. And yes, auto loans, we're seeing that. We're seeing the lower end consumer slow down because that money that was flowing through from the government has slowed down. So we've seen also the trade down of people saying inflation, these things are 24% higher than they were in 2019. I'm going to buy the private label, or I'm going to trade down to a cheaper product. When you start seeing that, you know that they're struggling a little bit. But it's just remarkable how strong they have stayed in the face of the interest rates and the loading up the credit cards and all of that stuff. They look as good as they did in 2019. And they shouldn't, because we've done everything we can to slow them down, and they've refused to participate. And I still think it's because they're in the damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead mode of saying, I am going to go do stuff because you locked me down for 2 years. And until I actually run out of money or don't have a job, I'm going to buy.
Right.
Macy's showed us that today. I mean, their numbers weren't great, but they were certainly better than people thought. And even Lowe's, better numbers than people thought. Some pressure on expense sides of those businesses.
Yes. We mentioned a few moments ago some of the rollbacks at Target this week, some similar moves out of the restaurants like McDonald's and Wendy's. How is that going to change the price-volume equation, do you think, in the quarters to come?
Well, you know what we've seen? We've seen people basically take a little hit on gross margin to give better pricing, and the volumes aren't really going up. So they're struggling a little bit with the volumes. But when you're looking at a time period where prices changed by literally between 20 and 30% over not that long a time period, you shouldn't be surprised when you see some resistance from the consumer. And we're seeing that. But relatively speaking, goods are not inflating much at all right now, if at all. As a matter of fact, some goods are actually deflating. And we're starting to see some pressure on gross margin because of that. But we're also seeing these retailers all pull down expense structure, too. So they're taking the hit on the gross margin line. They're making it up on the expense side, but they're not making it up on the excess sales side.
So are any of these, what is the future of these department stores? Macy's, Nordstrom, are they going to get taken private? Are they going to grow again?
I believe if interest rates were falling right now instead of hanging around where they are, or people don't really know what they're going to do, you would already see quite likely a bid that could take Macy's private. Nordstrom's clearly wants to go private. I think if, in fact, the interest rates were favoring that and falling, you'd probably see that move made as well, because the family is obviously interested in taking them private. And somebody like, Ark House Brigade, they could be taking Macy's private, or someone else. But Macy's is doing the things they have to do, right? They're shrinking the base. They're reducing the stores. They reported the top 50 stores.
They've been shrinking for years. How many years has Macy's been closing stores?
How long has the department store industry been shrinking? Let's see. We started in 1877. We peaked in 1992. It's kind of been shrinking since then, and Macy's has been the biggest player. They're going to shrink a little bit. But they've done a pretty nice job here recently of making some changes that are obviously helping the business. They're going down to what's probably the right number of stores. There's only 350 great malls left in America, and they're moving toward 350 stores. So can they be a viable business at some level there going forward? Sure, they can. They can also be bought out with their own assets and maybe not be a viable operating business, but still be viable financially for the guy that does the transaction.
Yeah.